Good evening, New Orleans, and welcome to another episode of NOLA Untold. I'm your host, Esplanade Ed, New Orleans' #1 tour guide, and I'm here to dig up the dirt, unearth the secrets, and spill the tea on the real history of New Orleans. Tonight, we're going to start what is going to be a series on the history of Esplanade Avenue. Esplanade Avenue is truly the heart of where the New Orleans of the past collides with the New Orleans of the present. This series is going to go block by block, detailing the untold history of the Creole Millionaires Row. For our discussion, I will use local terminology for directional purposes. We will discuss the upriver and downriver sides of each block, and we will work our way from the river to the lake. Let's begin with the history of Esplanade Avenue itself. Esplanade, as the residential strip we know, did not begin until 1810. Before 1810, the whole downriver side of Esplanade was plantation country. The Kenilworth, Marigny, Chalmette, and De Laurent were some of the many plantations along the downriver portions of the Mississippi River, which is now present-day Marigny, Bywater, Ninth Ward, Araby, Chalmette, and Outer St. Bernard Parish. Right where the mint currently sits on Esplanade was the huge military fort St. Charles, and from that fort, a wall ran down Esplanade to Rampart Street, then from Rampart to Iberville Street, then from Iberville to the river with forts surrounding the perimeter. The entire French Quarter was surrounded by a wall with a moat, and the only way you could get into the city was through one of the city's entry gates, which the downriver gate was at Fort St. Charles, right at the corner of present-day Esplanade Avenue and Decatur Street. During the years 1805 and 1810, Bernard de Marigny was the first of the original plantation owners to subdivide his land into a neighborhood, and the city was given title to the land from present-day North Peter Street to Rampart. This paved the way for the old walls of the fort to come down and the development of the Marigny neighborhood, but more importantly, the development of Esplanade Avenue. However, Esplanade could only go as far as Rampart. Past Rampart, present-day Esplanade Avenue bisects approximately 33 former plantations, which land stretched all the way to Bayou St. John. Landowners of Esplanade past Rampart, where the old city fort used to be, were not inclined to sell their property and did not do so until they were satisfied with the individual offers they received from the city. Because of this, it was only until 1841 when Esplanade Avenue finally made it to Claiborne Avenue, which at the time was no more than a grassy field. It would take more additional years and further land acquisitions for Esplanade Avenue to finally reach City Park. Houses were being advertised for sale on Esplanade, then referred to as the Esplanade, as early as 1811. John Goujon Jr. built the house at 833 Esplanade, and it is the earliest Esplanade house on record, being sold to his father in 1811. There are approximately 190 houses on Esplanade that were built prior to 1900. St. Charles Avenue, by comparison, has half that number. Only two French colonial-type houses remain, and they are on 830 and 833 Esplanade. Creole cottages were the most popular residential style after the Great Fire of 1788. The homes at 638, 1029, and 1032 Esplanade are early examples of this style. By the 1830s, the city was booming economically, and the Esplanade between Decatur and Rampart came to life. By the mid-1850s, the wealth of Creole society transformed Esplanade Avenue into a thoroughfare with lavish architectural character. Massive Italianate, Victorian, and Creole-style homes were erected on every block. Esplanade Avenue was nicknamed the Creole Millionaires Row, and it retains its beauty even till this day. On our next episode, we'll start our journey up Esplanade with the 500 block. We'll go building by building and reveal stories and histories you don't want to miss. If you want to learn more, go to my website at www.esplanadeed.com and book one of my tours. They go more in depth and they are so much fun. You can check out my Crescent City Chronicle blog on my website as well. It has all sorts of cool New Orleans history. Until next time, keep it curious, folks. And remember, the real history of New Orleans is waiting to be discovered, one untold story at a time.